Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeons? An anime that a lot of people are writing off as just another stupid fantasy anime where the MC is sworn by voluptuous anime waifus. And the first episode pretty much just reinforces this idea because Bell's entire decision to become stronger in life is not for fame or wealth. No. He's a Sigma male, only interested in those 2D anime cheeks, and he's so down bad for them cheekers that he levels up 4 times in half the time it takes the fastest person at level 2. But my god, are you going to be missing out on one of the best fantasy series around right now if you drop it because of this? Because this whole harem and cheek plot point the show hinges around at first takes a backseat to some triple S tier quality writing and one of the best adventures I've seen in anime. And season 4 just takes this anime and it sends it into the realm of the gods. Season 1 pulls you into the typical underdog tale of a boy who starts with nothing. We get to watch as he grows stronger with each passing adventure into the dungeon, but that's not it. The real bread and butter is the engrossing atmosphere this show creates for the viewer. You feel like you are living in this fantasy world, like you are playing a game, like you yourself are on an adventure, and that's all because of the amazing world building and most importantly, the orgasmic music that entrances you in the adventuring world. And of course, waifus. Then season 2 takes a step back from all of this to show us the political side of the familias and how the relationships between each other work, while giving us backstories to several characters, and most importantly, Bell being the chosen one and the son of Zeus, the god of the once most famous and powerful familia in the land, and more waifus. Then we have season 3, arguably the worst of all the seasons, but it provides us with new plot twisting information about the dungeon secrets and the hidden sides of the guild and the gods that run the show in the background, but most importantly, monster waifus for you Monster Musume fans. Don't worry, we're all inclusive here. But season 4 really takes everything the first 3 seasons sets up and ties it all together into one neat package of entertainment as it brings us back into the adventuring atmosphere because the entire season is based in the dungeon. There are several familias heavily involved, helping and or clashing with each other, and some of the biggest secrets of the dungeon being revealed to this point with so much action that it feels like you're watching a war arc unfold right in front of your eyes. And it starts out with Bell and his entire crew setting out on an adventure to explore further into the dungeon than we have ever seen before, and his entire party having reached newfound strength. And it starts out just like any normal season of Danmachi would, but it doesn't take long for season 4 to start its roller coaster ride of an adventure. There are enhanced monsters with intellect, there are floor bosses, backstabbing between familias, murder, revenge arcs, and the dungeon basically out to ensure that everyone inside of it perishes, releasing a monster so deadly it has never once been slain, with battles breaking out between basically anyone left and right, but it never loses the adventuring feeling. In fact, it feels like you yourself are on a grand quest to conquer the unknown. And this isn't even what made me declare season 4 of Danmachi a work of the gods. That would be the insane leaps and bounds we are seeing the Hesty familia take in this season. Normally, we just get to see Bell go sicko mode, but this time we get to see everyone do it as they get separated and end up going on 2 different adventures for survival. One of Bell and Ryu on the deep floors, and one of the rest of the party versus the floor boss, and it's told us this intertwined story of 2 paths. But no matter how intense and insane it was to watch the party surpass their limits on their adventure, like Mikoto casting magic while being eaten alive, or Wealth creating the world's first unbreakable magic sword, nothing can compare to the adventure Bell has been on this season. He not only traverses floor 27 and taking on enhanced monsters by himself, growing even stronger in core 1, but core 2, homeboy falls down to floor 37, a place where you need a minimum of 4 experienced adventurers when he only has 2, and Bell has 0 experience, and Ryu has critical injuries, and the monsters are like nothing he has ever seen before. But with Ryu's instructions and Bell's innate abilities, they are still persevering while staring death straight in the face. But Danmachi raises the bar again in this season, and it has to be when they drop this line at the Coliseum, a place where it's a perpetual spawn of monsters.
そこはまるでダンジョンが何かを試しているようだったって。
試す？何を？冒険者？それともモンスター？
This has been the latest episode as of now, and one of the fattest cliffhangers of the series because Bell does what Bell does best and nuked everything. There are so many questions I have at this point. There are so many unresolved quests underway. If you've ever considered picking up Danmachi, then it is literally the best time to do it because the anime is reaching new heights as we speak. Will the Hesty familia be able to traverse the deep floors and find Bell? Will the unslayable monster show itself again? What happens now that Bell has presumably passed this strange test in the dungeon? Simply put, Danmachi is just an experience like no other anime out there. It's a master of engrossing the viewer in its world, story, and atmosphere, making you feel like you yourself are on this adventure with Bell. Each step he takes to become stronger, every revelation to the mysteries of this world, you feel like you're right there with him every step of the way, and that's why Danmachi is truly the adventure of a lifetime. But if you like my review and reactions of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, then make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out. Make sure you check out my Twitter to pick out my new Anime Talk and Games, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.